Okay, so question 25 says the distance d of an object is above the ground t seconds after it is dropped is given by d of t. Find the instantaneous velocity of the object at the given value for t. So the most important part, find the instantaneous velocity. Now example 4 is just like example 1. So if you're not sure how to approach the problem, keep that in mind. So example 4 is just like example 1. So what we're going to do is, obviously we already have d of t. I'm now going to find d of t plus h, because we're going to use the limit as h approaches 0, the same way we have in other questions. All right, so this is 100 minus 16 t plus h squared. So I still have 100, I still have minus 16, and remember I said that once you've done enough squaring, you should have it memorized. So you should know that it's the first one squared plus 2 times the first one times the second one, and then the last one squared. And so now I'm going to expand with the 16. Okay, so now I have those two. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the instantaneous velocity, so the velocity at t, and I'm going to do that by finding the limit as h approaches 0 of d of t plus h minus d of t, all of that over h. So the same idea as f of x, we're just using d of t because that's what they gave us. So in this case, I'm going to plug in what I know. So I've got the limit as h approaches 0. This is this one, so I've got 100 minus 16t squared minus 32th minus 16h squared. And then I'm going to minus this one. So I've got minus brackets 100 minus 16t squared. All of that over h. So what I'm going to do now is just expand that negative. Go ahead and see 100 minus 100 is 0. Negative 16t squared plus 16t squared is also 0, so this is what I've got left. And I'm going to go ahead and factor out an h. So I've got h on the outside, negative 32t minus 16h. All of that over h. H over h equals 1, so those cancel. I've got the limit as h approaches 0 of negative 32t minus 16. Oh my goodness, I could barely see. Sorry. Minus 16h. Can you tell I wasn't looking at the screen? I was just looking at my paper. So sorry, guys. Okay. So hopefully you were kind of working along with me and you're okay with where we're at. At this point, I need to do direct substitution, so I'm going to plug in 0 for this h, and I'm going to get negative 32t minus 16 times 0. Well, anything times 0 is 0, so this will just be negative 32t. Now, in this particular problem, they're asking you for the instantaneous velocity at a given value for t. So in this case, if we go back, it's at t equals 3. So at t equals 3, the velocity, and really I should say instantaneous velocity, instantaneous velocity is negative 32 times 3, which equals negative 96. Okay.